country with a fascinating history and whose natural beauty has been enjoyed by so many. Its countryside, mountains and coastline have become so familiar to those who either live here or simply visit. But how many know of its official 7 wonders? Let's take a look at them, one by one, beginning at the peaceful village of Gresford, which lies just north of Wrexham. Leaving the busy main road, we pass by the picturesque village pond. Gresford was well known for its association with the coal mining industry, and in particular the Gresford mining disaster of 1934, which claimed the lives of 266 men. Just a little further on is the Church of All Saints, acclaimed as the finest parish church in Wales, famous for its architecture, its tower, its roof, its stained glass windows and its bells, the first of the 7 wonders on our tour. The church was built during the last decades of the 15th century, and amongst its many highlights is the memorial to John Trevor, who died in 1589. He lived in Trevellyn Hall in Gresford. He certainly looks relaxed these days. The present bells replaced the original ones, which were too heavy for aspiring campanologists to ring. They now allow children and smaller adults to learn the art. Although the church now has a total of 12 bells, only 8 will be rung at any one time. In the churchyard is the Great Yew, which was planted in 410 AD when the Romans left the area. It is 35 feet high with a 27-foot girth. Local businesses have taken their name from it. We will come across more of these majestic trees later on our travels. So we can't leave without having a listen to this Welsh wonder. Next, we arrive at the busy town of Wrexham, whose bustling streets and wide selection of shops make it a popular destination for day trippers. Here, you will find the second of our 7 wonders, the Wrexham Steeple. As part of the parish church of St. Giles, the tower is 135 feet high and was completed in 1506. There has been a church on this site since the 11th century. In the 1920s, a replica of this tower was built at Yale University in America in honor of its benefactor, Elihu Yale, who actually came from Wrexham and is buried here in the churchyard. St. Giles was a recluse and once saved the life of a hunted deer, which remained with him, a legend which is depicted on the chancel windows. The camber beam timber roof is 16th century and is adorned with 16 musical angels. This wonderful steeple can be seen for miles around. We now travel a short distance south to the tranquil village of Overton. Although the high street is lined with 18th and 19th century buildings, the village featured in the history books as early as 1292, when it was granted a royal charter. The village is dominated by St. Mary the Virgin Church, which is where we find another of the 7 wonders. The famous yew trees which circle this Norman church. A feature of this majestic tree is that when a part of it dies, another branch grows out from the sides, giving it apparent immortality. Its elastic properties made its branches ideal for production of the longbow used by the English army for over 3 centuries. There are 21 trees in the churchyard, the oldest allegedly being 1500 to 2000 years old. The youngest was planted by Queen Elizabeth II in 1992 to commemorate the granting of the royal charter to the village 700 years earlier. Inside the church are some fine monuments, including stained glass windows dating back to 1890, an old parish chest made from a huge tree trunk, and a fine carving on the choir stalls by a local lady, Miss Wyberg. Taking a final look at these magnificent trees, we proceed to our next port of call, which is west of Oswestry, where we will find the 4th member of Wales's 7 wonders, the Pistyll Rhaeadr Waterfalls. This mesmerizing beauty spot lies in the Berwyn Mountains, and at 240 feet is the tallest waterfall in Wales. It falls in 3 stages from the Afon Disgynfa at the top to become the Afon Rhaeadr at the bottom. The 4-mile single-track road to get here isn't the easiest of journeys, but well worth it when you hear the enchanting sound of its endless torrent. The cafe at the foot of the falls caters for those who require bed and breakfast with a difference, and also serves a welcome cup of tea or coffee to visitors. And of course, provides a delightful view of the falls. This little unique corner of Wales has it all for lovers of the great outdoors, for apart from the stunning waterfalls, there are several walks along winding footpaths, some of which actually take you to the top of the falls. A visit to this magnificent natural beauty is one you will never forget. We now travel to one of the country's most picturesque places, Llangollen, which takes its name from St. Collen, a 6th century monk who founded the church beside the river. The town lies on both sides of the River Dee and is connected by our 5th wonder of Wales. The Stone Bridge, which was originally constructed in 1345 by John Trevor, the Bishop of St. Asaph, and is believed to be the first stone bridge over the Dee. Major rebuilding took place in 1656, but it was only 8 feet wide, and by 1873 it was struggling to cope with the increasing traffic, so it was decided to double its width. In 1863, an extra arch was added to allow the railway into town. In 1969, the bridge was widened again. Llangollen, with its Welsh wonder, is always a joy to visit.